Right now, it's my great pleasure and honor to bring to you our first guest, Kathryn Deputat. Deputat, right? Did I do it right?
That's good. That's good enough, Glenn.
Thank you very, thank you very much for being here. I appreciate it, Kathryn. Thank you for coming. You are the author of, are you over here? Okay, here we are. The author of a great book called Clarity Now. And it's not the first book in this series that you've written,
It's
right?
not the first book I've written.
No.
There isn't a series,
Okay.
at least that I know of. There might be subsequent to this, but I've written 4 books. This
Okay.
is the 4th of 4 books. So Clarity Now is, well, the newest.
Yeah, and tell me a little bit about, it's kind of a, is it a how-to, or is it kind of like a companion book to people who may need, you know, some...
It is, one way to think of it is as a portable workshop.
Okay.
It actually derives from a workshop I've been leading for many years with great success, and I wanted to make this available, this method, because it is a method. It's simple steps. The subtitle is Simple Steps to Your Perfectly Clear Answer. And it is a method, and it's something people can use again and again and again for life.
Yeah.
You know, it's tools for life. So it's a workshop in book form, basically.
What brought you in this direction? Was there anything that, you know, I know you said you've been kind of working this for quite a while now, and doing seminars and what have you, right? What brought you to the writing the book part?
Well, I'm a writer first, and then a writing teacher.
Really? That part I didn't know. That's cool.
Since 1990, I've been teaching writing and coaching writers. I'm a professional writing coach and have midwifed many a beautiful book, which is a great privilege.
Is it actually called midwifing?
That's what I call it. It feels that way, you know.
I'm sure it does.
It really does, because the person, the author, the writer, has something they want out, you know, something they want to create, and I get to assist, just as a midwife assists in a birth, and it is a birth, and this feels like a birth. That's so I use that term. Since
it's book number 4, are they coming easier?
Oh, I've always found writing easy, to be honest. This one took a long time. It's not, writing and coaching is not the only thing that I do, so it's one of 4 practices that I have. And this was an interesting one because it started out as a quick little handbook. And as I continued, as I wrote it, I realized that it kept getting bigger. It kept growing into something bigger. And various life interruptions. Anyway, so here it is finally. So this one took a long time to come. And it's less about well, let me just put it this way. My next one's going to be really quick. Because I'll have it's kind of ready to go before I even start.
Is it one of those, I'm not going to call it writing itself, but because of your experiences with the previous ones, is that what's going to make it?
Well, no, it's more that this was conceived as a different book at the beginning.
Okay. Well, maybe I should ask, what were the other books?
Prior to this, well, the other 2 that are in print are Earth Church, which is actually a photo essay, basically.
Okay.
And it's about an experience I had in a canyon in Arizona. Just stunning, beautiful. In fact, I just showed some of the images from that at a art exhibition in Jamaica Plain. Projections on the brewery wall. I don't know if you've heard about that.
I do know of that.
So wonderful. And prior to that well, my other book is called Love's Way. And that one is also includes photographs of mine. So photography is another of my expressions.
One of your things?
Yeah.
What kind of equipment do you use, or are you one of those point and shoot?
For me, it's not about the. I'm more of a point and shoot, to answer your question. I'm an instrument for nature in this case, and nature comes through and says, point your camera here, and I do, and it sort of just happened. I mean, I don't even like to call myself a photographer, because it's not about the photography, it's about nature speaking, and I am an intermediary for that.
Very, very cool.
Yeah.
I do want to talk about clarity now, but I want to touch just for a bit, if we can, please, about your process. You're a coach, and you teach people, and you help people through that whole writing process. Are you somebody who kind of carries a digital recorder around to kind of quote down a bunch of things? Is there a notebook always? Are you a shorthand specialist? Here it comes, boom, boom, boom. You know, I mean, or are you disciplined enough to say, you know, I got 45 minutes now, I'm going to finish off that chapter and kind of sit in your office?
You know, it's really all of the above in my case. And my background, or my foundation, was with writing practice, which is you just open a page and start. You open a blank page and start, always with a topic, always with a prompt, never like looking at a blank page and I don't know what to write, always with a starting place.
So there's mental preparation before pen?
No. I don't mean that. I mean just say birthday cake and zippers.
Okay.
Go.
Oh, I see.
10 minutes.
I see.
Yeah, whatever comes out. So that has been brilliant for me and for students. I mean, first-time writers in a first class, the things that would come out, because they're timed writings and you just go and see what's there. And what's there is often brilliant, it's really amazing.
That's
so that's my foundation, and so that's what I've used all along the way, and it's become a way of life at this point.
That's great.
And it's actually, to answer your earlier question to say a little more in answer to your earlier question, clarity work, which is, I'm what I call a clarity worker. The practice of clarity work came out of my working with writers. Writers come to me with texts, you know, it's about texts. But then I had a writer come to me and say, could you do what you do in the classroom with me, with my life? And I kind of thought for a second, and I thought, okay, yes, I'll do that. And clarity work was born. So then out of clarity work came, that was one-on-one. Out of that came the workshop, because it was no reason not to bring it to more than one person at a time. And then this book came out of that. Why I'm saying all that is that it's a demonstration to me of what I call listening and following, which is what happens when we put pen to paper. We're listening. Mind, what I call mind, is always generating something, even if it's blank. It's generating blank. So following mind will always give you something. And that's, as I said, it's become a way of life, listening and following. So the method of clarity work and the logo of clarity work and the everything about it, the way that I practice it, is all came out of listening and following. And you're an artist and you're a musician. You know what it's like to hand yourself over and have something come through. That's what happened with this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's an excellent explanation of the birth of the book, and I think that's really, really important. This isn't necessarily, if there's something wrong with you, you need this book, is it? This is more of like a companion to your selfness. Did that question choke you up?
I was so excited to answer that. I am. No, I love that question, Glenn. I love that question. I just led a workshop on Saturday, in fact, and I also am laughing at myself because I've been doing this for a long time and love it. And every time I get the opportunity, the privilege of doing clarity work with someone, you know, this is often deep stuff. You know, sometimes things that people don't know why they keep being stuck over the same thing, and we dig and dig and dig and get it. But anyway, leading this workshop, and I always participate myself, and it just works better that way. And I surprised myself and found that my own clarity. You know, I had a topic, whatever, something that you say, I don't know. I don't know what my next step is. I don't know whether to move to Little Rock or not. You know, I don't know something. And my contention is that you do know. So it's just that. It could be as simple as, I don't know whether to reupholster the couch or buy a new one. You know, it's anything.
Is it as simple as if you're asking the question, there must be an answer there somewhere?
Yeah. Well, in most life matters, there's a knowing in most cases, and I use the word gnosis, the Greek term, the Gnostics, Gnosticism, and all that. It's a knowing that comes not from education or books or
Right.
learning. It's a knowing that is there. And if you stop and listen, there it is.
Where can I go to get some to be on in the third row of your next workshop?
Where can you go?
Where do I go to find
Jamaica
out?
Plain.
Well, there's some clarity right there. No, I mean, what's the website and stuff like that where people can go and get some information and sign up and sit in on a workshop or
Sure.
do something?
Well, the quickest way to clarity, information about clarity work and workshops is claritywork.com.
Okay.
Yeah, and then
that's your website, and that's where people can go and find out that you guys are going to be sitting at the bandstand on Jamaica Pond and working things out.
There's also a writer's wing in there. So on the homepage it says writers, click here, and that will take writers to resources and information about writing related stuff.
And where can I get the book? Can I get the book there too?
The book, yes, and also at ClarityNowBook.com and Harvard.com, which is Harvard
Yes, the Harvard bookstore. You got it at the bookstore. Kathryn, thank you so much.
It's great to be here.
No, it's a pleasure having you here. Please come back and help me get through the clarity of life without the Val.
How am I going to live without Val? Yes. Well, the answer is The answer is. I'll be glad to help you with that, or any other.
Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. Listen, gang, we're going to take a really quick break. Don't go away. We've got another great guest, another great author coming up in a couple of minutes. Please hang in there. You're watching BNN TV's It's All About Arts. My name is Glenn. I'll be right back.